Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. So for today I have a brow tutorial and I'll show you guys how I groom and also fill in my brows. So the first step is to make sure you have all the tools to prep, and of course I'm gonna be just taking a spoolie and just combing out my brows so I can get ready to pluck them out. So my brows are naturally not that thick, so I don't really go to the salons to get them done. So as you can see, I'm just tweezing out the bottom proportion of my brow, just the hairs that are, out there doing their thing. But my eyebrows don't really grow out like that. So I'm just going ahead and I'm going to tweeze those hairs out. And this kind of hurts. If you're very sensitive, I don't suggest you to do this with a tweezer. You can actually use a Gillette or one of those eyebrow shapers. But for my preference, I like to use a tweezer. Your eyebrows tweezed, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna go in with a Gillette. Be very careful with this, and also moisturize your skin. Add a layer of anything, oil, lotion, whatever your preference is, to make sure that the Gillette really glides onto your skin. If you do this dry, you can potentially cut yourself, and that is not a good look. Trust me, I've done it before. So make sure you're really tugging the skin so you can get a tight hold of the Gillette going by smoothly. Make sure you don't go too close to your eyebrow to the point where you shave it off. So just make sure you're really tugging into your skin and getting a good angle of where you're placing the Gillette. Also, make sure that your skin is very moisturized. Please, ladies, I cannot emphasize it enough. Make sure that you are applying a very thick layer of moisturizer to prevent any cuts or any mistakes. Alright guys, so I'm going to go ahead and do the same steps I was doing previously to my next eyebrow. Just going to make sure I tweeze out any hairs. For this brow, I kind of have less hairs than the other brow. Don't know why, but people's eyebrows are not twins, they're actually cousins. So I have one brow that actually grows out more hair than the other one. So I'm just going to go ahead and pluck those hair out and also use the Gillette to carve out my brow. So I'm going ahead and I'm going to fill in my brows with the Anastasia Brow Wiz. I'm using in the shade a dark brown. So I'm going to go ahead and fill out the bottom part of my eyebrow, creating that sharp line to create most of the brow. So I'm going to go ahead, brush out, and also do the top portion. And I'm going to go ahead and outline basically the shape that I want for my eyebrow. I don't really go overboard that much. I honestly like how my brows look natural. I don't really like to overline them. But so we're going ahead, and I'm gonna also fill in any sparse areas that I feel like the next step it's not gonna cover. So I'm gonna go ahead and keep on aligning my brows and make sure that I can make them as similar as possible. My other brow has like a higher arch, so I always try to make this brow look like the other one. And also my other brow is a little bit darker than my other brow, which is kind of annoying, but honestly, whatever. No one has similar brows, like no one has the same brows. So yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and keep on filling that brow in, and make sure you're brushing out as you go to not have a dark brow. Alright guys, so next up I'm going to be using the Brow Bar by Rama Cosmetics, and I'm going to be going into the color of the palette is medium. So first I'm going to go in with a darker tone, and then later on you'll see that I'm going to be using the lighter shade. Basically just going to fill in the whole entire brow and make it more of a softer look and a natural look. So I'm just going to go ahead and fill out any sparse areas that I did not cover with the Brow Wiz. And I'm going to be taking a Sephora brush, and it's the cream brow brush, and I really like it. It works perfectly fine. So I'm gonna go ahead and fill in those brows. Is a lighter shade in the palette to fill in the inner proportion of my brow, just because I don't want to use the same powder, the same dark powder. It's gonna make the eyebrow look a little bit too intense, and I kind of don't like my brows to look that intense. There were some areas where I left a little sparse, but I like the look. So now I'm going to be using a Luxie brush. This is a 246, and I'm going to use this to carve out my brows as best as I can using the Too Faced Multi Sculpting Concealer in the shade Honey. So we're going to go ahead and really carve out my brows and make it as looking like I freshly got them waxed feel. So we're going to go ahead and make sure you're distributing that concealer as well as you can, and just bringing it down so you can use it as your eye primer if you are putting foundation, or if you're doing like an eye look. So I'm gonna go ahead and carve the other brow, and I'm just slowly trying to get as close to a clean line as I can. Definitely look at the mirror when you're doing this. But yeah, guys, so I'm gonna continue to disperse that product out. Gonna go ahead and blend out the concealer. When I typically do this, I usually just spread it around my whole eyelid just so it can act as a base for any eyeshadows that I'm putting on. So I'm just gonna go ahead and just blend that in. As you can see, guys, I do have a little redness on my upper forehead from the Gillette. I kind of cut myself. So now I'm gonna use the brow gel from Benefit. Oh my god, this brow gel is life, guys. If you want like a feathered brow, I totally recommend this to you guys. You do want to use the flat side first and then use the brush to kind of distribute the product wherever you want it. Alright guys, so that is it for this video. I hope you guys all enjoyed. Thank you for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe and leave a comment down below. So if you love how my brows look, give it a thumbs up.